Hi, everybody. This is John Greenlee. November 7, Alpha Golf, November. Just want to say thanks a lot for watching this. Thought I'd share with you a couple of lessons learned from our expedition over to Camas Prairie. We went over there to activate that particular site, and I have to say at least half the fun was just the site that we had chosen, because there was so much to see out there in terms of wildlife. We did see a sandhill crane, all sorts of birds out there. There's a reason why that spot is on the Idaho Birding Trail. We also saw deer and antelope, believe it or not. I don't know if they were playing, but we did spot them, as well as all sorts of other wildlife. Also on the way, some historical sites of interest. This is around the area where Rocky Bar Mines and Happy Camp Mines were located. Used to be full of happy campers, but now both of them are certainly ghost towns. And you also will see Goodale's Cutoff. There's a sign there on the side of the road that indicates that spot. It was a spur off the Oregon Trail. It left near Fort Hall, and eventually it would lead to Boise. We also got there a little early. Had we waited until late May or June, we would have seen a lot more of the camas flower in bloom. Still a very beautiful sight in spite of all that. And here you can see our setup. We went to the kind of the main area of the park. There were a couple of bird watchers there with their cameras, otherwise pretty deserted. And you can see some of where I had set up our portable station. I had a long wire. In fact, it was 120 feet long. And the first few contacts that I made were from a kite-lifted antenna. So I've always been experimenting with that. It is harder than it looks, and you really do need to have a lot of good wind, a good steady wind. The kite that you see is an 8-foot wingspan, so you'd think it'd be able to lift a lot, and it can, but it has to be some good strong winds, which I didn't have a lot of. There you see the spool that it was wound up on. It was either a real strong gust or no wind at all, so I did a lot of chasing of the kite. There you see the AH4 tuner. I had the ICOM IC718, and there you see my lovely and very patient wife who went along for the trip. And speaking of patience, it took a lot to kind of run back and forth with that kite, but eventually we did get it up long enough to make a few contacts. It helped also that it was during the 7th area QSO party. I think if I had it to do all over again, I'd make sure there'd be a major event like that, because that meant a lot of beams were pointed our direction. But eventually when the kite would not go up anymore, it kept getting stuck, and a few times it would fall right into the swamp. So I had to do some wading to pull that out. But eventually I would just stretch it out over on a dead tree, and seemed to do okay on making a few more contacts. 14 in all, so I had more than enough, the 10 required to activate that area. I do think that the site itself added so much to the park, to the trip that we made out there. So thanks again for watching. I'm looking forward to doing another one sometime in the near future.